The biggest stars. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The biggest names in music.
Oh, wow.
Big names, big songs, big guests, big prizes.
Well, it's a big show.
The Big Show.
Put your hands together for the one and only
Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean.
That's what I'm talking about.
1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits.
Good morning and welcome to the biggest and best breakfast show in the world. Okay, maybe that's pushing it a little bit. In Singapore, it's the Big Show with Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean. It's a Thursday, and so we're joined by the CEO and founder at careeragility.org. Here's Adrian Chu. Good morning, Adrian.
Hey, good morning, Glenn. Good morning, FD. Good morning, Sean. And good morning, world. Hey, we are missing Angel, man.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. There she is, but in the darkness.
I think her ring light's not working this morning.
She'll be back on Monday morning, right here in the studio. So
She will be.
Wow.
It's an interesting time of year, Adrian. End of the year, people wondering what they should be doing. What do you do usually at the end of the year? Workers, what should they be doing?
I think they should be learning how to take a break because I still talk to our clients, and a lot of our clients are still working full steam, full on for the rest of the year. I mean, I'm telling them, hey, you should just take a short break. But it's amazing how fast 2021 went by.
Yeah, very
I think
quickly.
this was really the fastest year on record for me. I mean, it's like one blink of the eye, and it's like, whoa, where did the year go?
Yeah.
How about you guys?
If I stop to think about it, it's like, what did we really do in 2021? It's just flown.
I think we've done a lot on the Big
No,
Show.
on the Big Show we have, but I'm talking personally.
Full steam ahead.
I'm talking personally. It's like, what have I really done this year? Because it's just flown by. You don't realize it, I think. So should we be taking stock?
So that's one of the things we should do. We should take a step back when it comes to the end of the year right now. Realize that the year has come. We have actually had a tough year. If you look at it, it's not been an easy year. But the good news is the job market is picking up. So there are lots of opportunities coming up now, and also lots of great opportunities coming up next year. But what we need to do to prepare for that is also to take stock of our achievements. What have we done this year? What have we achieved? Because even in a tough year, we've had lots of wins, but we've also had lots of losses as well, I'm sure. So what have we achieved? What's your proudest achievement for 2021? And that's one of the questions you need to ask yourself. It's important to remember what we've achieved this year, because for two reasons. Number one, performance appraisal should be coming up anytime early next year. But also, when as I said earlier, the job market's picking up. There are interviews that you might be attending. You want to be current and take note of what you have achieved this year. Update your CV. Maybe you've closed the biggest deal of the year. Maybe you've closed the biggest deal of your lifetime. What have you done, and what are you most proud of this year?
I think people, correct me if I'm wrong, I think people also should not shy away from examining their failures of the year, because it's a good time to look back, reflect, and learn.
That's very true, and they say, right? We learn the most from our failures as well. So look at where we've. In fact, I don't like to look at things as failures. I like to look at things as things we did but did not succeed. So
Okay.
it's just learning lessons. So like what I always tell people, I tell my kids, I fail all the time. I fail many times a day. I tried to do this, I couldn't do it. But what did I learn from it, and how do I get better? And I think you're right. One of the more important things to realize is what lessons have we learned this year as well.
What do you think is one of the biggest lessons Singaporeans have learned through 2021?
I think we've learned that we are more resilient than we thought we were. In fact, over the past 2 years, if you look at it, I think we've been through a lot. I was just looking back at the 2020 when the quarantine and everything first started, the lockdown, and how we were stocking up on toilet paper and everything. We've come quite a long way, to the point where right now there's a new Omicron variant out. We're just like, okay, whatever, it's like we're all braced for it right now. So we're not like terrified. We've grown stronger. We've grown more resilient as a nation and also individually. I think that's great.
Yeah, I think what we've learned is to not take anything for granted. You know how? I mean, before COVID hit us, we're just taking everything for granted.
True.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing is going to change.
Going
This is the
out,
way
yeah.
things
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
But wow, this has certainly woken all of us up.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a very big eye opener. Adrian, you were talking about taking a break at the end of the year. Should that break be spent just relaxing, or should that break be spent with our eyes and ears open, looking for opportunities?
And that's
in the
not a
new
break
year?
already.
That's why I'm asking. Because you want to stay in touch with your network and your outreach.
Yeah.
So should the break be spent doing that?
I think the break, I think we always should be looking out for opportunities all the time. And we should always be networking all the time as well. But one of the important things that we want to recommend for our listeners now is that, it's the year end. Reconnect with people. Now that you got more free time to reconnect with people, now it's the best excuse for you to reconnect with people you have not been in touch with for maybe a year or maybe 2 years ago, because it's Christmas. So
Like
you
your
can always
exes,
send your Christmas greetings, like exes. No exes. So
Reconnect with them.
reconnect with ex-bosses, your ex-bosses, your ex-colleagues, your classmates and everything. Because you never know, they might have opportunities for you. So use this as a great time of the year to reach out, talk to them. If you can't ask them out for coffee, just say, how are you? How about a quick Zoom session for us to just catch up? I think it's fine. People will appreciate that. When you never know what sort of job opportunities can come up from that as well.
Right. We are speaking to Adrian Chu, CEO and founder at careeragility.org. We continue to speak to Adrian live on The Big Show TV. In the meantime, here's Duffy with Mercy on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. Yeah.
All right, we're back.
The reason why I asked you about that whole keeping the network and outreach going is because there's a very interesting article in the Straits Times today. They did a poll, and very few are very confident that their skills future relevance. And they've got 20 top 20 cluster of skills most urgently needed in Singapore.
And what are they?
Topping the list is actually technology application. That is followed by data analytics, market research, technology scanning, automation applications, statistical analysis, business environment analysis, system thinking. These are clusters that are urgently needed. The main sectors are digital, green, and the care sectors. These are going to be the three big sectors that are going to need people, need talent.
Does that sound about right to you, Adrian?
Yeah, it does, but I have a rather politically incorrect viewpoint on that, actually.
Okay, go ahead.
I like it. What is it?
Yes, same.
I'm going to get fired for this. But no, it's true. These are skills that are needed right now in the market, not even in the future, but right now. The challenge is these are skills that are needed right now at a very high level.
Okay.
For those of us in our late 30s, 40s, maybe even 50s, it's a bit tough to pick those skills up now. Even if you go for a course now, you're only going to exit the course with basic knowledge, basic understanding, because you haven't gotten to that depth of mastery yet. So for instance, like environmental engineering, I don't know. I don't think after 6 months of going through a course, I'm going to come out and become a full-fledged environmental engineer or data analyst, commanding the kind of level of salary which me as a 40-something-year-old would want to command, you see. So yes, those are interesting skills. Maybe it's for the younger folks to pick it up in terms of where to head towards.
Right.
So those are interesting skills to have. In fact, my other argument is that if there are young graduates going into university and they pick up these skills, what's to say that by the time they graduate in 5 years' time, that skill is still needed? Or maybe it's gone obsolete or whatever. So right now we are playing catch up with the skills demands in the market, and that's always very difficult. So my suggestion is if you want to pick up a new skill like data analytics, don't switch over to be pure data analytics. Now, if you're in supply chain, for instance, still be the supply chain guy. Don't drop it entirely, but pick up the data analytics piece and plug it in. If you are in for instance, Marcom or PR or communications, and then you want to talk about, you pick up an additional skill of environmental engineering, for instance.
Yep.
Then you bolt it on to where you are rather than drop everything and pick up another one, and that's how you expand
Yeah.
our skills. So no, those are very interesting guidelines, but I would be worried if people think that I can just do 100% conversion switch over, expecting the same amount of salary, expecting the same amount of traction. It takes time.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean,
it's a good skill to have.
But I mean, we're talking about the environmental engineers.
Yeah,
You know,
for example.
I think it is very, very important that we have as many graduates from this course as possible in order to stop the dengue problem that we have here in Singapore. Because
Well, you would know. You've had it.
Yeah, ambassador.
Quite bad, right? I remember. Yeah, it's terrible.
exactly. So we need as many graduates to go out there and battle the mosquitoes.
That would help. But I see what Adrian is saying. What you're saying is, yes, upgrade the skills so you can bring more to your position. You can bring more to your job. Don't necessarily switch jobs.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, but if you have a role which is getting obsolete already, then maybe, you might want to do 100% switch over, but that's a really drastic change which you might want to think long and hard about. But it's not as easy. I mean, acquisition of these skills are not as easy as flipping on a switch. So let me share with you. We've had people who were teachers or bankers, and they decided to take on UI, user interface design, user experience design, web page design, as a mid-career switch. And when they switch over after 6 months on the course, they learn all the textbook academic stuff, and they come out in the market expecting to get paid $7,000-8,000. But no, they're competing against fresh graduates, and they can't afford. So there's a mismatch in expectation, mismatch in skill level. So if you're doing a mid-career switch, you have to be very mindful of whether or not you have to be realistic, basically. And it's okay to reboot your career if you want to, but you just have to be very realistic in your expectations.
Okay, it's very interesting because I read you the headline, right? Poll says few very confident their skills future relevance. But the subheading is business leaders say it's a good sign. It shows Singaporeans are not complacent. Do you agree with that?
I don't know, I think it's shifted. I think we are becoming less complacent. Whether or not we are still complacent or not complacent is highly debatable. But I think we are still a bit more complacent. I mean, if you ask a very simple question of a crowd, okay, if you ask the listeners now, how many of you have actually utilized your Skills Future credits?
Only Sean.
Only me.
What course do you take? What course do you
My
take, Sean?
personal training one?
Oh, yes, correct. But the new trench, the new $1,000, have you taken?
Oh, no, the new one I haven't yet.
What?
What?
Wait.
Yeah, they top up.
Huh?
It's $1,000 now.
Then how much do I have in mind? 1,500 or something now?
Yeah, I think you got 1,500 now.
Oh, damn.
Our first run was 500. I used that. Then the next run they gave 1,000, so I can still have 1,000.
So let's try this on our Facebook page as we listen to Adrian and we talk to Adrian. How many of you have actually used this money? What did you use it for?
Fiona, first one, haven't used.
See, haven't used. Wow.
No, almost 70%, I think, haven't used their Skills Future yet. So if you ask about me, you ask me about complacency. I wouldn't say that it's complacency, that they don't need skills, they don't need to learn, they don't want to learn. But and I don't think it's a fair sign of complacency. But the fact is, even with that fund, a lot of people are just saying, I don't really need, or maybe there's the topics that are not really as exciting. I used up my funds for digital marketing. I also use it up for a guess. Take a guess what it is. It's gardening. So
Wow.
urban agriculture course. Yeah. So it's interesting. It was interesting. So it doesn't need to be skills or work related, but it's just for the self-improvement.
Can I claim for golf lessons?
Actually, can check.
You can try to find out. You can try to
check.
find out. I don't know.
Okay, wait, I check for you.
Maybe if you want to become a trainer
Oh, no, I don't.
or coach,
Oh, no.
maybe. Gabrielle, you said you've used yours already. Can you tell us what you used it for? This is what we want to know. Not whether whether you've used it, yes, but what have you used it for? I think that's really interesting.
That might be private. That's right.
Well, yeah. Everybody's
What
saying,
are-
yes, I've used mine, but they're not saying for what.
What I've heard in the grapevine is that the one of the biggest courses that women take
Yeah.
on what Skills Future is what do you think it is? Take a guess.
Lap dancing.
Cooking.
Lap dancing course. I mean, pole dancing. Pole dancing.
There.
Andre Hooden has come in and said he has used his for belly dancing and hairstyling.
And this is why people don't use Skill Future.
Funny.
Andre.
Gabrielle used hers for digital marketing. I think, again, a skill you can bring to your job. You can enhance it's a value add for your job.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what I heard was that for ladies, a lot of ladies in Singapore, they're number one of the top courses which they use Skills Future funding for.
Okay,
is
wait,
to
let me
learn
guess
Korean.
again. Makeup.
No.
They would be a
Take another
makeup
guess.
artist.
Take another guess.
Come on, guys. Come on. We can do this.
I would have said cooking or baking or something like that.
You would imagine,
No lah,
right?
not
I mean,
so
Yeah, because I
feminine
can
terrible.
take that. No, if I'm good at it, I can take that and start a home business. That's my thought behind it.
Marketing?
Hairstyling?
We are so gender stereotyping, but
Yeah,
No, I'm trying to go the other way. I'm
It
like,
sounds horrible
Yeah, I
when I
know.
say it.
and it sounds horrible. And that was my first assumption as well. But apparently,
Shalini Susan. Come over here. What do you think? Since we've got a lady here in the studio.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Shalini,
Hello.
You got 20 seconds,
I don't know. I can't think.
So cute.
apparently it's learning it's learning Korean.
Wow, so they can understand the
right?
dramas. Unreal.
So they don't have to read subtitles anymore. Okay, wait, we go back on it. Oh, by the way, golf don't have, but they have specialists in diplomas for sports and science, exercise science.
Okay, I think maybe I'll go.
Traffic.
Alrighty, let's take a look at it. Usual delays across the expressways, that's for sure. PIE towards Tuas, an accident at Upper Changi Road East exit. Just watch out for that area. Stay within the speed limit, please. Make sure you've got everyone buckled up. Be safe as I drive today, as you drive today. Whoa!
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We are speaking to the CEO and founder at careeragility.org, Adrian Chu, this morning. It's Happy at Work Thursday.
So interesting what's happening, what people have used their money for. Check this out. Siva used it to upgrade his security rank.
Okay.
Nina has taken a nutrition course.
Hey, that's a good one,
That's
man.
true.
Nutrition.
Yes.
Wow, how cool is that, right? Bernard said, I used it to enroll myself in a trainer course to be a trainer. Now I am a certified trainer by WSQ courses, and in my company, my secondary job scope is trainer.
Okay, trainer for what? What's
Whatever his
WSQ?
company is dealing
Company
with,
is
I
like-
guess. So they, in other words, what they do is there's a course that trains you to be a trainer. So they train, if I'm not mistaken, I read about this somewhere. They train you how to break down your modules, how to teach modules.
Oh, I see.
And then you use that and go back to your company and go, now I'm a certified trainer. I can train your staff.
Okay,
So that's quite interesting.
that's useful.
Very
I just want everyone to
useful.
know what Adrian revealed to us just now on the Big Show TV. He asked us, do you know what the most common course that women have used their Skills Future for, right?
Yes.
And the answer was, Adrian, tell everybody.
Anecdotally, what I've heard is that one of the most popular courses for Skills Future for ladies is drumroll. Korean, learning Korean.
Learning to speak
Apparently-
Korean.
Yeah, and then they can binge watch all the dramas, you see.
It's amazing.
Wait, learn to speak or just learn Korean? Because, I mean, to
Learn-
understand Korean, right?
I think just basic Korean, which I think is a great skill to have. Whether or not it's marketable or not, but it's still improvement, and at least you're still using it for something good, right? Rather than
Right.
sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
So I think that's excellent, and it's amazing. That's why if you're asking me, are Singaporeans complacent? I think some of us still are a little bit, but a lot of us are realizing that we do have to skill up, and I really hope more people would have a look at the Skills Future programs. And even if you run out of Skills Future credits, there is still Skills Future funding which pays for 90% of the course that you're attending.
Right.
So a $5,000 course will cost you about $500.
How cool is that?
Which is a great investment on yourself to just put it out. So even if you use up the credit piece of it, it's still a great investment. I mean, where else in the world will the government pay 90% of your education?
Right.
True,
right,
true,
right.
true.
Yeah. And I mean, since Adrian mentioned Korean,
Yeah.
I think I mean, obviously you can use it for any language. Picking up a new language is
always a good thing.
It's always a good
It's
thing.
always a
yeah.
good thing. Other people who have come through on our Facebook page, Ken Tut has taken a barista course.
Oh, okay.
But he did,
Wow.
but Ken Tut did it for self-interest. But again, it comes in handy. You
Very
never know.
good. Very, very good.
Fendi took a professional diploma in leadership management.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
This is amazing. Of course, we had a lot of people who did banking. But here's the thing: one Arlun, who's hasn't been very vocal with us over the last month or so, has come back and said, "I have trouble finding a course which I think is beneficial."
Yeah.
What do you say?
Because
to
you want to
someone-
make it count.
Yeah. What do you say to someone like that, Adrian?
Look at what is, besides being beneficial, maybe you might want to find something that's interesting. And you
Okay.
just never know. Like the barista course that would be interesting.
Yeah,
for me,
man. Actually, I would
Yeah.
love to take up a barista
barista.
course.
Or
Yeah,
like
barista course.
what's it called? Cocktail making.
Cocktail.
That'd be good.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be drinking
that's true.
while making cocktails. No.
I heard there's a course. I'm not so sure whether it's on really or not, but I heard there's a sake or whiskey
Appreciation.
appreciation.
Wow.
Appreciation.
Whiskey appreciation. Let's go.
That's why I miss drinking only,
I feel like, what I want to do now is I want to quit drinking.
Oh, there. You need this course. How to quit drinking.
Since, I've quit smoking, why not just get rid of all the vices?
Wow.
Well,
What do you think? Do you think I can do it?
No.
we
You've
don't believe in you
tried
that much.
37 times. It hasn't worked.
we try this every Monday.
Yes, it's true.
Thanks for the support, guys. I love you. Okay, we are speaking to Adrian Chu from KoreaAgility.org. It's Bruno Mars next on 1FM 91.3. Here's That's What I Like.
Here's an interesting one. You know why I'm bringing this all up? I'm trying to help stimulate people's minds as the year comes to an end. What do I want to do with myself through the next year? Here's one that I don't know about. Maybe, Adrian, I don't know whether you know about it. An Advanced Certificate in Learning and Performance, ACLP. Do you know what that is?
The ACLP is basically what the previous listener said about the training certification. So ACLP, they used to call it ACTA, but now they call it ACLP, which certifies you as a trainer for the organization. That's a fantastic certificate to have. It takes, I think, about 2 or 3 months, but it's a really good one to have. If you want to think about pivoting into something that's training, and if you are already a subject matter expert, maybe it could be in banking or could be in supply chain or anything, even in security, and you want to upgrade yourself one step further, that, hey, now I can actually train people, that's the certification that a lot of companies, a lot of government bodies look for as a basic requirement for you to be a trainer. So you can take that, and then after you've taken the ACLP, there's the advanced one, which is called the DACE, I think. So there are lots of stuff where you can move along. And these are fantastic skills to pick up. Very transferable.
I would never have thought of using that money to train myself to be a trainer.
That's true.
It's something that just doesn't occur to you, right? You see trainers as trainers, and they are supposed to teach me,
Yeah.
but never train myself to train others.
Actually, how do we know what what courses we can take? Do we have a whole list on the website?
There are thousands of courses, Glenn.
Or
Thousands.
if it's not there, can we inquire?
So I don't know about inquiring, but the website is quite easy to use.
Okay.
There's a big search button there. So like just now I searched for golf, and then all related fields will come out, and you
Okay.
can just pick and choose and read from there.
I see.
But I don't know if you want to suggest a course, you can definitely write in to someone, I guess.
Can you key in Kama Sutra for me?
Oh,
Alamak.
I will do it, Supreme Leader.
He's actually typing it in. No, Sean.
Why?
I'm telling you, something will pop up.
It
Very
is-
wrong choice of words.
Yes, you don't say.
Oh, I think my SPH account is being frozen now.
oh.
again. So
Again.
Since when did Kama Sutra become a bad word?
Zero courses found.
Okay, zero courses.
Just an update for those of you who are thinking of ACLP. Bernard has come back and said the course is 9 months to complete.
oh wow,
So it's a
Okay,
long,
9
which
months.
means it must be a pretty intensive course. It must be a
Yeah.
pretty intensive course to last 9 months.
Wow, thanks for that, Bernard. It used to be shorter. It used to be 3 months, 2 or 3 months. They've extended it. That's why the value is there.
Wow, they did.
ACLP.
ACLP. I mean,
That
it
to me-
Sounds like a
That to me
sounds
is
like
now
an orthopedic course.
yeah.
ACLP.
Yeah. Chiropractor. I've hurt my ACLP.
ACL Pacha.
That's But some of the other courses, Adobe Illustration, video editing, all kinds
Video
of,
editing, man.
yeah.
Everyone could
use
that course.
because we use our phones and none of us know how to edit properly. Well, Angel does, but the rest of and Sean and Shalini
I don't know about you, but
and Glenn.
no, I'm a very thanks. I was about to say I'm a very good video editor.
Yeah, right. I'm
It's
the only
just,
one on this show who doesn't know how to edit videos. I need the course.
Go for the course.
And it's good, because I went for that course as well.
Video
It's-
editing?
It was the video editing course. It was very instructional. In fact, a lot of my videos I'm doing now, it's based off the learnings which I went for that course 3 years back.
Okay.
So
How-
it's really useful.
How long did the course take?
It was just a 2-day course, and it was
Okay.
fast. Yeah, and it's amazing right now. I mean, what used to be literally snip and paste and stuff like that. Now it's just digital. It's just you learn how to use the dashboard, and you can make pretty impressive videos out of it. Just from a 2-day course, you can churn out almost professional level videos.
There's such an interesting comment from Gabrielle on our Facebook page. 1FM 91.3 listeners here are not typical Singaporeans. They have been learning about career agility from Adrian Chu, so they're definitely not complacent. So they've seen this entire session we do with you, when we've been doing it for so long, as almost a course on career agility. It's quite interesting. It's how they perceive what we do.
But of course, if you want to, really learn some more, you can get in touch with Adrian, because Adrian's got a whole, list of courses as well, right, Adrian, that you conduct.
Yeah, that's right. We have the career clarity workshops. We have the career partner programs, but those aren't Skills Future fundable.
Right.
So it's a good investment on yourself for 2022. Actually, if you think about it, how to invest, what to look forward to for next year. Invest in yourself, and not just in. I mean, the thing I love about the Skills Future thing is that it's opened up a whole industry and a whole mindset of learning for Singaporeans. And it's sad if you're not going for those courses. And what excuse me, there was a second tranche that was released, and that's really good, because a lot of people who used up the first tranche were asking, I want more. So it's really good that we have close to 1,500 to use.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
I'm just going back to Gabrielle's thing. Adrian, with your knowledge, with your experience, with your abilities, would you ever consider doing courses that were WSQ funded?
We have tried, but the paperwork was a bit too taxing. And it was tremendous. There were too many hoops to put through. We would love to do it. And if WSG wants to reach out to us to they find value in it, happy to talk. But we've been trying for the past 2 years, and it's just too much admin and everything. So we decided it's okay. No, we can always dispense great advice for free on 91.3 on the Big Show.
That is true. That is very, very true.
And we appreciate you for that, Adrian. Thank you very much.
So having spoken about WSQ, and we've given them an amazing amount of publicity so far.
Send him the bill for PR. So.
Yeah, I think so.
This is national service.
It's national service, and no, but it is a good thing. How the question comes up then? How do I plan for the coming year? What do you have step 1, 2, 3 kind of thing?
We're going back on air soon also.
Okay, let's deal with this when we go back on air then.
There's a traffic, but it's in
Okay.
10 seconds. So 10
Okay.
seconds you can make random sounds.
Yeah.
All right, everyone watching us on the Big Show TV, 16th of December. Hey, is it 16th?
16th.
Yeah, 16th of December,
Wednesday.
8 p.m. 8 p.m. One naughty Christmas.
1FM 91.3 traffic.
Usual delays across the expressways, the PIE towards Tuas. We have an accident after Upper Changi Road East.
And on my board also.
Yes, and on the PIE towards Tuas, a vehicle broken down before the BKE. Please stay within the speed limit. Make sure you've got everyone in the car buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning, Singapore. Welcome to Happy at Work Thursday with the one and only Adrian Chu from careeragility.org.
So the question I was asking, Adrian, is we've talked about WSQ and hopefully we've stimulated minds and people are thinking. But those that are sitting back now and going, okay, I want to plan for 2022. Is there a kind of 1, 2, 3 step system? How do I make sure I'm planning right?
So I think the 1, 2, 3 step system would be what we train our clients who come through our career partner programs. Is that if you're looking at 2022, one of the first things you want to figure out is your career velocity for 2022. Do you want to accelerate? As in, do you want to get promoted? Do you want to get a bigger role? Or do you want to hover? I'll just stay here where I am and don't move while I pick up new skills. Or maybe I want to downshift for next year. Maybe I want to spend more time with my kids. Maybe my daughter or my son is having his PSLE and I want to spend a bit more time. So maybe I might want to take a step back in terms of workload, in terms of even just taking a smaller job even, okay? So one of the first things you need to do is decide on the grand strategy for 2022. Do I want to accelerate, hover, or even downshift? And then you take the steps to achieve that. Then the second thing you need to figure out is probably, what are my skill gaps? Because as we mentioned earlier, there's a lot of future skills that we need and we have to have. And as long as we are not learning new skills, we're not improving ourselves, we're being stagnant. In fact, to the point where in the old days, if you're not improving yourself, you're stagnant. But in today's context, because everyone else is improving, if you are not improving, you're actually going backwards relative to the whole market. Everyone's overtaking you. So you need to figure out what are my skills that I need in the coming years, especially next year. What skills can I use? As we were talking off air just now, the Skills Future credit, Skills Future courses, lots of it, make use of it. Sean, what's the website for the Skills Future again? I think
skillsfuture.com.sg.
No. Skills Future.
Just Google Skills Future.
Yeah, that's what I did also.
Singapore.
I think .gov.sg, I think.
I think it's
right?
probably
.gov.com, I think.
I don't think so.
No,
I've never heard of .gov.com.
.gov.sg, I
But
think.
it's amazing because you just do a search on it, and once again, as I said earlier, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be purely beneficial for your career or your work. It'd be nice if it was, but even if it's just out of interest, the barista course, video editing course, things like this will be really useful. So as you look into 2022, you start thinking: do I want to? What's my career velocity? And what's my career direction? What are my training gaps? And also look, if you want to accelerate, are there promotion prospects in your organization? Who's going to retire? Who's gonna exit? Is there going to be an opening there? How do I work towards that? So lots of things to plan for 2022, and it all begins today.
Yeah, and so easy, the website.
Yeah, gov.sg.
Yeah, so it's just myskillsfuture.gov.sg.
Oh, there you go. So it's really simple. Two things came out of that conversation, Adrian, that I want to pick up on. You were saying people want to take time off because they've got kids taking PSLEs. Now, I just want to say, this morning we did a story where a group of Swedish companies are extending paternity leave. So it's now going to be double paid paternity leave. It's a project called Double Up. And maternity leave, we know, is 16 weeks. But people always worry when it's maternity leave or I take a sabbatical because my kids are going through PSLE. I may not be as relevant, or I may not. I may lose my place in the organization when I come back. I'm putting it nicely. But we've all over the pandemic gotten used to working from home. So Do you think companies can introduce this whole, yes, go on paternity leave, go on maternity leave, take the sabbatical. You, rather than take the sabbatical, you can work from home. Do you see companies doing that now rather than asking people to take a sabbatical because their kids are in primary 6?
I hope companies do. And I think a lot of parents are already stealth doing that under the work from home umbrella. See, so they're already doing it in stealth mode, really, looking after the kids, doing marketing and everything. But I think companies are getting more progressive. In fact, nowadays companies are even allowing their staff to take a 1 month, 2 month vacation overseas, but working from overseas, not working from home. So I think companies are becoming more progressive, and the companies that are thinking progressively like that are the ones that are going to benefit in the long run.
Right. True. Yeah. Okay, let's play your song right now while we continue to talk to Adrian Chu right here on The Big Show TV. Here's Charlie XCX with Boom Clap.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I think companies that are forward-looking, progressive, will definitely benefit in the long run.
In the long run.
I really pity all the old-fashioned companies, who refuse to change, refuse to make changes to their organization. Very soon, I think a lot of these companies will become irrelevant.
And that's true, Glenn. That's true, One of the things that companies need to evolve and adapt to now is this work from home thing, because they did a survey and they found that close to 60-70% of people do not want to have a full-time back to the office situation again.
Right.
They want to do at least hybrid.
I found that with people who are working for me. They actually would prefer a hybrid situation than actually working every day, having to come into the office.
True.
Because now I can have time with my kids, so they're not left solely in the hands of a helper.
Yes.
I have time with them, and yet I get my work done. I still have my responsibilities. I'm still in contact with my boss.
Yeah.
This is what the pandemic has taught us.
I like that.
And you don't need to show your face in the office to be effective, after all, right?
Yeah,
so, It's nice to be among your friends, colleagues. So what we do at Career Agility, what we do as a team, is that we do our morning meetings and everything. But once a week, now that everything's lifted, we're going to go back to once or twice a week. We're going to head back to the office just to catch up, to commune, and get things done that need to be face to face within a face to face context or requirement. But for that, we just work hybrid from home. To the point where we're asking ourselves, do we even need a physical office?
Yeah, you pay rent for nothing.
Actually, yeah. But that's a big question. A lot of companies are thinking, do we actually need to have the office space, or can we just hot desk, or can we just move everything virtually?
Yeah, or you can just use a co-working space that is around like malls and stuff like that for meetings. They have meeting rooms with fully equipped with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you save money.
This is a serious consideration.
It is, right? And even if you're paying as a business owner, even if I'm paying $50 an hour to rent an office, to rent a room for the meetings, and I rent like 3 hours every morning or twice a week, it's still cheaper than renting a whole office.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense, you see. So.
Yeah, true. Fiona has said, but some bosses are still feel that those working from home are not fully working. I think, Fiona, this is where we're saying the mindset needs to change. The bosses, when we say the companies have to evolve, it starts with management.
Correct.
They have to evolve in order for them to understand that because you're at home doesn't mean you're not working.
Yeah. They keep up this thinking, very soon you'll have a new boss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So true.
In fact, sometimes I feel that working from home, you work harder and longer.
Yes.
Hours. Yeah, longer hours. And it's... so I think it's quite unfair for companies, for bosses to say that you're working from home, you're not as effective. As long as I'm meeting my KPIs, my targets and everything, what's to say? Who's to say that I'm not being effective?
Yeah.
But a lot of times we are working longer and harder.
And when you're at home, you can be even more productive. I feel like, we all feel more comfortable at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Working, like for me, when I have less clothes on, I'm even more comfortable and productive. You know what I mean?
Most men are more productive with the less clothes they have on.
There. You had to go there.
Must be FD.
I'm just talking about working in my boxer shorts at home.
I'm sorry, I'm in holiday mood.
Actually, I also.
Why does it always have to be sex when it comes to you, FD? Always. No?
Because at my age, I take what I can get.
FD.
I saw a jump in our numbers there.
Jump up or jump down?
I was about to ask that question.
With MD, everything
Was
was
it,
up, right?
was it in the right direction?
Oh my goodness. So
Okay.
funny.
Hey, just to remind everyone, coming up very, very soon, after Adrian will be Sean Chua, Asia's Got Talent finalist, and, God knows what he has up his sleeve. No pun intended there.
He doesn't really wear sleeves. He's always in a black t-shirt only.
That's true, actually.
True.
Yeah.
That is true.
Short sleeve. Lah.
Oh, his short sleeve is armpit hair. Only,
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so what are your plans for Christmas, Adrian? I mean, we're talking about encouraging people to take a break at the end of the year. Are you going to take a nice break yourself?
Yeah, so the team at Career Agility, we are looking forward to 2.5 weeks of shutdown. So we're going to be shutting down sometime middle of next week onwards. And it's going to be almost total disconnect from work. Because this year we've worked very, very hard. We've helped a lot of people to improve their situations, their careers. So with this time, we decided to take care of ourselves better so that we can take care of even more people next year. So we literally are having a disconnect. So we'll still do our fun stuff and catch up, but it's not going to be work related. We've already blocked off all appointments as it's blackout date for next 2 weeks, starting from the 15th onwards. And I'll spend more time with the kids and with my garden, of course. So more fun stuff. And also I've got a reading list, a whole list of books I need to read and reread as well. So I'm going to catch up on that.
Wow.
Adrian, I'm going to ask you the hard question now. So you're shutting your office, and I know there are bosses who think about this, and it's always the question. You're shutting your office for 2 weeks. So they're all on leave for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Is that over and above their annual leave? Or is that their annual leave?
Okay. My colleagues are screaming now. My teammates are screaming now. Because actually, because we don't have leave.
Oh, I see.
We don't have leave. We have a grown up leave policy. If you need to take time off, you need to take leave. If you want to take next year, one of our teammates is planning to go take a long work overseas leave, whatever it is. As long as you are delivering, we don't actually record the number of leave days because we're all grown ups. If you want to take a 1 month or 2 month or 3 month leave per se, then you could, I guess, but end of the day, we're all responsible adults. So we don't really record leave, but we are very flexible on that. And not many companies do that. That's why.
Yeah, that is wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an incredible system.
Yeah, it's also because I'm not very good at admin. So if you have to take
easy lah. You go lah. You come.
You go. But we're all grown ups. So we're all grown ups. We treat each other like grown ups, and I think it's appreciated.
I'm sure it is, because you think about it. If I'm going to take, say, a 5-week trip somewhere, I can always spend a few hours every day doing my work, and then enjoy the rest of the day, so I can still be productive.
Yeah.
It is a brilliant idea.
And you've got other colleagues, right? So, I mean, you got to watch yourself. You don't want to take too much either.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to look bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, so you can't, even if you want to abuse the system, you can't really do it.
You can't.
Right?
Well, I hope the
you
bosses
can't really do it
understand
without feeling guilty, or really bad. And so I like that grown-up system.
Gabrielle is going to be sorry, Adrian. Gabrielle is actually going to be working remotely from South Korea next year. So she's obviously doing this. Wow.
Yeah.
Adrian?
So that's why, and it's okay, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, as long as you're effective. Because right now you're working from home anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's like as I always say, you guys could literally be in Bali right now and run the shows every morning and in the afternoon.
Yes.
I feel like in 2022 we should try that.
Shows from Bali.
No, but you know what? I mean, Sean and myself were talking yesterday about our plans for 2022, which we haven't told them yet. Actually.
No, of course. They never tell
Yeah.
us this until... They won't tell us until 2022 is here.
Yeah, but I mean, exciting times ahead, man.
Stand by.
'38 special second chance right here on The Big Show and The Big Show TV on 1FM 91.3. Remember Second Chance?
The department store.
The shop.
The shop, yeah,
Second
Second
chance.
Chance.
Wow.
Second Chance from the 80s, man.
Wow.
even
the
I
clothing
remember.
store. Wow, that was amazing. Oh, I used to buy stuff from Second Chance.
Second Chance Parkway Parade.
Yes, Parkway
Yes.
Parade. Yes. Wow. Unbelievable.
Someone should bring back, Second Chance.
Second Chance.
Do we have
Third Chance.
any
Yeah, Third
any,
Chance.
any shop that is similar to Second Chance right now?
No, it's evolved. I think the closest thing.
This fashion.
No,
This,
not even
Oh,
this.
no.
Is
Is
this-
it around?
yeah.
no,
is
not-
this fashion still around?
No more.
No more. No, we don't have anything quite like Second Chance. I don't think so.
Because it wasn't half bad, actually.
No, it
Second
was
Chance.
good. It was good. It was good. There was Second Chance, and I don't know whether any of you remember this. East West.
East West. No,
You all don't remember, right? East West.
we were not born.
Yeah,
probably.
no. This
That's right.
it could have been. It could have been the late 70s. East West was. They had 3 or 4 shops in Singapore, and everything they sold was tie-dyed.
Oh,
It was that hippie
Tie-dye.
era. It was all tie-dyed stuff.
Right.
The pants, the shirts, everything was tie-dyed.
You see, I like tie-dyed stuff. Mostly shirts. I mean,
Yeah.
they're very nice, right?
Yeah.
But if they're not done properly, you put it in the wash.
Oh, it comes
Oh,
out.
Yeah, the
It-
color
it
comes
stains,
out,
it
right?
stains, yes.
It does, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why I bought my tie-dye shirt. You saw my tie-dye shirt?
Yeah, yeah.
From Polo Ralph Lauren.
Oh.
It doesn't, the color doesn't come out.
Okay, lah, we all lose lah.
I'm just warning everybody, just in case they stain their good clothes, I mean,
True. For if you buy from East West.
Okay. We need
that's why there's no East-West.
we need a solution. If we have something that has color run, how do we stop the colors from running? The strange things we do on this show, absolutely amazing.
You can't, you just have to wash that
Hand wash,
tie-dyed
separate it.
shirt by hand, yeah.
Some people used to say that after you tie-dye it and after you've washed it a couple of times, you soak it in salt water. Apparently that
Yeah,
locks,
that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
it
long ago,
locks
yeah.
the dye in.
Why bother? Just leave the shirt on, jump into the sea.
Or be fashion forward and not wear something ugly as tie-dye.
It's not ugly.
It's hideous. Never mind.
You know how many times I tie-dyed my own T-shirts?
Back in your day, it's different, nah.
I used to tie-dye my own T-shirts.
Here's a solution. Here's a way to what do you call get a tie-dyed looking shirt. You buy a white shirt from maybe Uniqlo or whatever, and then after you just mix it in the wash with all the colored, and then it'll. Ta-da!
I don't think it's called tie-dye.
Here's my tie-dyed shirt.
That's
There
my
you
stain.
go. A new course for WSQ. Tie-dyeing.
Hey, t-shirt making actually is a
T-shirt
thing, no?
making. It'll be a big thing. It'll be a big thing.
How do we
Unbelievable.
digress like that?
I don't know.
Second
We-
chance.
This is
No,
Happy at
second
Work
chance.
Thursday,
It's second chance. It's second
This is where we're
chance.
supposed to wrap up with Adrian,
Yeah.
but
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Anyway, Joanna's come back and said soak it in white vinegar. It holds the dye.
stop wearing tie. Oh, never mind lah.
Okay, Adrian. What are the last words you have for anyone preparing for 2022 right now?
But I think look forward, plan forward. But in the meantime, don't get too stressed out about 2022. We all thought 2020 and 2021 were going to be bad years, but we survived, and I think we all deserve a pat on our shoulder for that. But even as we are thinking about 2022 and the years beyond, I think what's really important is that we take a good break this December, spend time with our family, recharge, and prepare for the journey ahead. But I think mentally, emotionally, physically, I think we all need to be in prime condition when the year starts. So take the next 2 or 3 weeks off. Even if you're not on leave, just don't be too hard on yourself. Just take your foot off the pedal a little bit. Give yourself permission to chill a little and just enjoy. The weekend's coming up, so just take a good break.
Great advice.
Okay.
Great advice.
Awesome.
And as always, thank you so much for joining us on the show. We really appreciate it, Adrian, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Always a pleasure. Have a good one, guys. Take care.
All right,
Take
you
care.
too.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
That's Adrian Chu from careeragility.org. We are going to be joined by Sean Chua, Asia's Got Talent finalist, in just a while. I think I've taken quite a bit from what Adrian
It's
has
very
said.
interesting. It's very interesting.
Like going
because-
on leave now, because you know how I actually didn't want to go on leave.
Oh, workaholic.
But now I'm thinking like, okay, I think I better go on leave. So with you guys.
Interesting. What I took you notice none of us are listening to what you're saying. I tell you what I took away from Adrian, and you guys know this. I've always had this issue with my retirement.
Yes.
Trainer, the ACLP.
Yeah, we always asked you to be a consultant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can do if I can spend time doing a good ACLP course, that is a really serious opening for when I retire.
Actually, yeah, he can be a trainer. What?
Yeah.
Here at SPH.
Yeah.
SPH Radio.
Be our
Interesting.
consultant.
No, he can be.
No, just trainer.
Can be our speech trainer.
Also nice.
So when the new ones come in, you can train them.
Yeah.
Interesting thought. Morning, Sean.
Morning, everyone.
Good
How you guys all
morning.
doing?
Good.
Very good. Okay,
Very
we have Sean Chua with us right now exclusively on the Big Show TV. He is going to be entertaining us. All right, in the meantime, here's Shaka Khan with I Feel For You on the Big Show, 1FM 91.3. Khan.
This is my mother-in-law's theme song.
I feel for you.
No, because it's Shaka Khan, and my kids call their grandmother Mama Pam.
Mama Pam.
So whenever they see her, they go, Mama Pam, Mama Pam.
Mama Pam. Mama Pam, let me rock you, Mama Pam.
Exactly.
Ayo.
That's all I want to do. Let me rock you, Mama Pam. I feel for you.
You
Mama
do it
Pam.
so well, Glenn.
Okay. It's Sean Chua's time. All right,
Hey.
Sean.
Up your short sleeve, what do you have?
Yes.
Up my short sleeves are nothing, but because you guys were talking about like progress and things like that, right?
Yeah,
Earlier
yeah.
on in the show, and we'll talk about that again later. But I'm gonna do something to kind of show you the different stages of progress when you're a magician.
Okay.
All right. So we start with this. Okay. So obviously, one of the simplest things magicians use is a deck of cards. Okay. And of course, before we do that, since there's only 3 of you today, just nice. Okay. Why don't 3 of you just pick one each? Okay. So we start with maybe Glenn.
Okay.
Just pick one. Say stop.
Stop.
Here. Yeah. Here. Right here.
Okay.
Okay. FD.
Stop.
Okay. So right here. And Sean.
Sean will go all the way to the end now. Come on.
Can go start now. Okay, stop.
Okay.
Purposely now. After the finger go off the table also.
Okay, so let's see what are the 3 cards that you guys have chosen. Okay, those are the 3.
Yay.
And tell you what I'll do. I will actually mark them. Okay, so this is for Glenn.
What's mine? The monitor is so far away from me. Is that 2 of clubs?
2 of clubs.
Yes.
2 of clubs, that's right.
2 of
Okay,
clubs.
and we'll write Glenn.
Thank you.
So you remember it.
Okay.
This is FD.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember it.
Okay.
And this is Sean. Hope you can
Okay.
see that.
Ooh, yes.
Yes, Ken.
Okay.
Okay.
Ken, yes,
Got
yes.
it.
King of Hearts. That's Sean.
Yes,
That's pretty
the
much
King
it.
of Hearts. All right. So what I'm going to do is
Appropriate.
just before we start, I'm just going to dump a few cards on each of them. Okay. So we'll start with Glenn's. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just dump a few cards here. FD will dump a few cards here, and Glenn, Sean will dump a few cards here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to start by showing you the 3 stages of being a magician. Okay. So we'll start with Glenn's card. I'm going to put it somewhere in the middle of this pile right here. Can you see?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, goes in there. Next is FD's card. Okay, gonna put it in the middle there.
Yeah.
And finally, it's Sean's card, right there and there.
Oh, okay.
Now, the first stage of being a magician is the beginner. Okay, a beginner magician kind of knows what he's doing. He may mess up sometimes, but usually when he does, he can kind of find a way to fix it.
Okay.
So, for example, the beginner magician would say, I'm going to find Glenn's card. I'm going to make Glenn's card turn upside down in this deck.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
So
So when
ambitious.
I spread the deck, one card should be upside down. But okay, that's
but
the
it's
seven.
not
That's
my
the seven. It's not your card. See, so that's what a beginner magician does. He can kind of do something, but it doesn't always work. But of course, like I said, he would know a way to fix things, right? So let's use the 7 then. Let's use the 7, okay? And count down 7 from here.
Oh.
So that's
One,
2, 3,
three,
4,
5, 6,
Damn it.
7.
Awesome.
So that would be
Well done.
that would be a beginner magician. Okay,
So a
he
beginner magician, man.
That's why.
he would mess up, but he can fix it. And
Yeah.
an intermediate magician wouldn't mess up. If he says he's going to turn the next card, which is FD's card, upside down to the deck, it should immediately happen.
Wow.
All right. But then we've come to the advanced magician.
Who
And the
changes
advanced
Sean's
magician-
card?
The advanced magician would
It's in my
already
pocket.
know what to do, and he can take things a step further by saying, for example, Sean, your card is in here about 11 cards down.
You hantam
Okay.
only 11.
Yeah, I hantam 11, but you know what? I'm going to cut just like that.
Uh-huh.
And this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which means
How the
that
hell do you do that?
11.
Holy.
Full.
Very good, very good, very good. Very good.
And that's what the difference between a beginner, intermediate, and advanced magician is like.
Wow.
Forget about
Yeah, just going
finding
down
his
there and picking 10 cards,
10
right?
cards.
No,
How
but then
that-
he was a bit off. He actually wanted to pick 11 cards. He said 11.
See, when Angel not here, your tricks are better. Good, I don't
Hey,
tell.
Sean, let me ask you, do
Yes.
all magicians start by learning card tricks? Is that where they start?
I mean, for me, I did start with card tricks simply because they're one of the most easily available props you can get.
Okay.
And with that, you can learn so many things.
Right.
And of course, from that, you can move on to things like coins, ropes,
Rabbits.
Rabbits, but
Again,
rabbits are a
with
bit
the
harder to get, and you got to feed them and stuff,
Doves.
Borrow from FD.
Hey,
Borrow
hey,
from FD?
hey! I have 2 at home. Yeah. No,
Oh,
you
really?
can't borrow from me. Yeah, I got 2 at home. No, you can't borrow my rabbits. I'm sorry. No,
It's okay, because taking care of the rabbits is more than the magic itself.
Interesting.
His rabbits are too big anyway.
Oh, yeah?
They won't be able to fit in the
Fit in
hat.
Yeah. The other question I have is, where does magic stop, and where does illusion start?
Oh.
To me, it's always an illusion because what we're doing, it's not real magic.
Yeah, it's not real
right?
magic. Yeah.
But the magic happens in your mind, so that's the illusion.
That's all. That's what all magicians say. It's not not real and all that. But I was about to ask you where, as in like where does the magic stop before it becomes black magic? I know
Well,
it's real. You guys are doing real magic. Thing I don't know.
What I'm doing is always black magic. You know.
Hey! Ding-ding-ding.
Awesome.
Hey, speaking of black magic, tomorrow, Free for All Friday, Black Magic Woman.
But it's supposed to be
By
Christmas,
Santana.
right?
Yes.
Is it?
Our Christmas special this next
Do we
week.
have enough Christmas songs?
I don't know.
We used up all the Christmas songs last week.
that we know of.
All 4 of them.
We only know 4 crowd songs.
Okay. In the event we don't do a Christmas Free for All Friday, then I choose Black Magic Woman by Santana.
Okay. Sean, thanks so much for that track. It's absolutely amazing.
Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Okay. that's
Sean,
like,
what's your
yes,
favorite Christmas song? Tomorrow, I mean, if we have a Free for All Friday Christmas special, I will play your Christmas song.
Wow.
What song would you like me to play
I don't
for
know if
you?
I have a favorite, but the one that comes to mind is "Baby It's Cold Outside."
No one dares to play that song these
all-
days.
they all-
Sure, no, cannot.
But last week, actually, I was thinking about that song.
Everybody says it's politically incorrect, which is rubbish.
Are we playing it on the station? No, right?
don't think so.
Because
I
it's
don't
so
think so.
You want that song?
Yeah,
me?
you
You
can
want
play.
you want that song, Sean?
Sean,
Sean, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sean Chua.
yeah, sure.
Sean Chua.
If you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What better way? If someone accuses me, I'll say, not my
Sean
song,
Chua's-
it's Sean Chua's song. Okay. Set.
Everybody sees it.
Baby, it's cold outside.
All right. Thanks so much, Sean. You have a great day.
You guys too. Take care.
All
See you
right.
guys next week.
Bye. Perfect.
Settle.
Settle this song.
He found a loophole.
Yeah.
Okay, hope you loved today's session. Please share it with all your friends, all right? And tomorrow on the show, it's Makan Sutra Friday.